Hello and welcome back once again to Viking Whiskey. Today it's an 11-year-old Blair Athol. This one was bottled by Scotch Malt Whisky Society, finished in a first fill ex-Oloroso sherry cask and bottled at 55.4%. The name of this one is called Riveting Raspberry Ruffle Truffles. Makes you wonder where they come up with these names. Definitely piques my interest because they're usually very spot on with their names, so very curious to try this one. All right, details are on the screen right here. All right, you can sense the sherry finish there in the color, sort of light brown. There's definitely something tarty or cakish. This is burnt caramel. There's custard and plenty of dried fruits. I mean, the first fill is really coming. The first fill of the sherry is really coming out in the nose. It's very fresh sherry notes. There's a bit of marzipan. It's probably where I get the cake from. Hazelnuts, roasted hazelnuts, a very nice flavor. There's some ripe banana. This is actually really a wonderful nose. There's a bit of marshmallows. All this, and of course the honey and all that stuff. There's really a all sorts of sweets. Very nice. Definitely also vanilla, not to forget. And those toffee notes, I mean, there's just very sweet. I hope it doesn't taste as sweet. Let's see. And I didn't catch either raspberry or truffle in the nose, but maybe I'll do when I taste. Let's go. All right, it opens up warm, but manageable alcohol. It doesn't bite too hard. Some light black pepper. Then a really good dose of sweetness. This is a cane sugar sweetness. Good dose of barley. Then also a good dose of oak. Not insanely much, but some bitterness, which is okay. Apart from that, it's a little bit weak on the palate, but maybe it'll liven up. And still no raspberries. Here in the second chew, it gets a lot drier. It's very dry around the gums here. Light notes of tobacco leaves join in. Some more of this ripe banana. then this sort of acidic, sweet fruit or berry, which you could convince me to call a raspberry. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Didn't see the truffles yet, yo. Maybe they get there on the third chew. Let's see. Interesting. It's not that sweet in the flavor profile as it was in the nose, but that's a good thing. I don't want them to taste like a cake factory. So a little bit of this very light wood spices joining in here as well. So here on the third chew, it's more toffee. There is red apples, fresh, juicy red apples, more tobacco leaves, raspberry jam, a bit of raisins also. And it's still a bit burning on the tongue. But it is actually quite nice. Interesting whiskey to try, for sure. I mean, it's not one of those super pleasing whiskeys, but it is interesting. Balance is good, structure is great. Starts off a little weak on the palate, but it ends up being extremely present with a lot more flavors. So interesting, this one. On the finish, I can feel that it comes down rather quickly, which is typical of a quite young whiskey. When that alcohol burn and the dryness has disappeared, what you're left with is this light apple juice, very light tobacco leaves, some toffee, a little bit of this raspberry still there, even turning into some sort of lemon juice. But apart from that, not much else. It's becoming a bit weak here at the end, a little bit watery. So, rating this guy, the nose was great. It really was. Fun to nose. This is an 88. The taste ended up in a good place, which is what matters the most. It did start off a little weak, and it was interesting to try. So, that's an 86. Whereas finish is definitely the weak part about this one. And that's an 82. So that would lead us to an average of 85. Which is still a good rate. Good one, this one. So, hope you get a chance to try one as well. If you do, drop me a line, let me know what you think. That would be fun. All right, and if not, I do hope to catch you on the next one. Cheers.